Better late than never. Fast 29 is with you from Kansas Speedway, USORL Track and Turf Truck Series. This is the Fast 29 very fast countdown to green for the Brad's Internet 150 at Kansas, presented by Cure SMA. Well, we're finally here. We had some issues on Tuesday night with some issues with our graphics package, so we are here on a tape delay from Tuesday night. But we're here and ready to go with my buddy Dale Barham. Jamie couldn't make it tonight. But, Dale, what do we expect from this one tonight?
Good racing. No, Kansas is good for a wide variety of lines. Kind of reminds me a bit of Auto Club, but in a way. Nashville, Auto Club, those kind of things, multiple routes you could use. You got a mixed field right here, and there's a couple new faces that haven't raced with us, so can't wait to see it.
Take a look at a few things before we get started here. First of all, we're going to take a look at the point standings as they come into this race. Shane Tarian up at the top. Dallas Frew, Garrett Sidnor, Tommy Bordeaux, the winners so far. And then we'll look at the next page. And there's that bubble right there where Cam Barnes is at. And that's going to be the spot on the bubble tonight. We'll see where we end up shaking out before this one's over tonight. And since we're on tape delay, we can skip ahead. So we're not even going to worry about all the practice and qualifying and stuff. So we're just going to skip out of the practice. We're going to skip out of the qualifying. And we're going to grid them up. Because we can, Dale.
Because we can. We got the tools to use them.
We have tools. We're just going to accelerate right through this stuff. As they get gridded up here, we'll take a look at the qualifying for this race. Alan Elwood, you mentioned newer driver. He's on the pole. Wong Do alongside, and Matthew Rodriguez, the top three. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup. Now, we were trying different things Tuesday night to try and get the graphics to work. So you'll see me in this lineup. Just ignore me. I'm just at the end of the line. We just tried a few things and they did not work, but there you go. So Alan Elwood, Wong Do on the front row, Matthew Rodriguez, Joey Chapman in row 2, Luke Smith, Shane Tarian in row 3, Nicholas Podimlik and Matt Muir in row 4, and Cole DeRosier and Henrietta Bordeaux. Great qualifying run for her, qualified in 10th. Dylan Poteet, Garrett Sidnor in row 6, Noah Joyce, Doug Denice in row 7, Blake Trowick, Zach Krastowski in row 8, Trey Kinsey, Cam Barnes in row 9, Steven Merzlak, Davey Hazard in row 10, Austin Spencer, Darren Ingram, row 11, Bronson Stafford, John Peterson in row 12, Michael Murata and Nick Baker round out the field. And again, just ignore me. Look at the weather tonight, 83 degrees, track temperature 120, west wind at 11. Kansas Speedway a little over a mile and a half. Pit speed limit tonight is at 45. 3 sets of tires, no fast repairs. 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. Fuel limit 66% as usual in this field. 17 to 20 degree variable banking in the turns, and this is the first race for the USORL in the truck series since season 4, so we'll see how that goes tonight as well. As the pace truck dives off into the pit lane, Elwood and Doe bring him down for the green flag, and we're racing at Kansas.
A good side-by-side action up there. You see Elwood, one of the newcomers right there, leading the way. Kind of a little bit of shock and awe. Can't wait and wonder how these guys adjust to his reacting.
First lap ends without an incident. 3-4 wide back in the pack.
A lot of cars are there too wide. You see them spreading out a bit more. Some cars fading up, using that top groove. Some cars dropping down, holding that middle groove. A lot of different racing plans formulating right now in these opening laps.
Wong Do, the outside the outside pole sitter, excuse me, dropped back to 6th on the start in the 06. That's Terrian and Muir side by side behind him. Meanwhile, a little bit further to the front, Luke Smith looks underneath Matthew Rodriguez for 2nd.
Hopefully Wong Do, he could make his way back up there, qualifying as high as he did, but dealing with those first opening, stretches of the race, drop back a bit. Hopefully he'll recover as we go through the race.
Side by side back here, about 12th on back. Blake Trawick on the bottom there in the 56, the black machine with the pink on it. Looking up underneath the 81 of Noah Joyce. As usual, running that high line early. That 23 on the outside, that is the 32 of Cole DeRoiser. Alongside Garrett Sidnor in the 50. Trey Kinsey in the 51, looking underneath DeRoiser.
A little side-by-side action there. He got loose a bit. Does he get the run off the corner? Looks like he does.
There's Kinsey in the 51, sliding past. Steven Merzlak in the 90 underneath as well. Using all of the apron to the front stretch is that 90.
If track car, is going to use every bit of that surface to get ahead.
Barnes looking to make it 3 wide down the backstretch up underneath Darren Ingram and the 13 of Austin Spencer there in the middle. A little different look there for the 13, the Interstellar machine. This is around 15th place back here. Back up front, Luke Smith trying to close up on Alan Elwood. Roughly about a 4/10 of a second lead as we come to lap 8.
Well, the guys not really pushing their trucks that much. You see them lagging back a bit, letting the truck, I should say, come to them. They only have, 66% of the full fuel tank for this race? So, pit strat will be important.
Yeah, we've heard through the garage area that you can run about 35 laps or so on a tank. Everybody kind of singling out now, back through about 15th or so now. First side-by-side battle back here, Kinsey and Merzlak. They're fighting for 14th. And you can see how much they're using that apron down the front straightaway. There's Hazard got down there and got a little squirrely as he dropped down off that banking onto the apron.
You got some guys out there treating it almost like Phoenix, using that banking.
Spencer catches the wall there off of turn 2. That truck there. Davey Hazard sliding past Cole DeRosa there. Battle for 17th. A little bit further forward, Noah Joyce, Trey Kinsey. They're side by side with Sidnor and Merzlak respectively. Merzlak using the high line through 1 and 2. Everybody just kind of still trying to feel these trucks out with 11 laps in the books.
Yeah, they're breaking up a bit. The top three, about a second was from Elwood all the way to Nicholas Bademic, about 1.2. And the next gap is about 2 seconds gap back after that behind Nicholas Bademic.
Ooh, Smith got loose there off of 2. Dylan Poteet there in the 31, working the high line here behind Matt Muir and Huang Do. Boy, everybody sliding right up against that wall. Almost everybody in tandem there off of turn 2 in just the same spot. Whoa, Kinsey gets down on the apron there on the back stretch.
A little loose, but he saves it. Yeah, we're in a bit of the figure it out phase with these cars, or these trucks, I should say.
You're never going to get that right. Oh, Merzlak down in the grass to the tri-oval.
Mm-hmm.
A little too low there as he tried to get by Kinsey. No out of bounds here at Kansas, but I'm pretty sure the grass is.
That's a no-no zone right there.
Poteet and Terrian side by side through the tri-oval. Terrian takes the spot. That's for 8th. A little bit further up, but Demlick, that's the 67 and a 99 truck, moving inside of Joey Chapman into turn 3. Elwood's starting to put a little gap now between himself and Luke Smith. Look at this gap.
It's about a second and a half right there.
Looking back from Elwood. That's what you like to see out the back window there. Big gap back to second place.
Just a line. Clean air, smooth sailing.
Terrian looking to the outside of Doe. Battling for 7th. Doe dropping down toward the apron there, going into 3, looking at Terrian.
Garrett Sidnor less than a second back behind Chadwick in 4th place.
There's Sidnor.
We're really spaced out. You got a couple battles going all over the track, I see, of course, 2nd and 3rd place are now battling each other. You got 4th and 5th close behind them, 7th and 8th, Good Nice and Murr back there.
Have a little graphics glitch here, so we're trying to fix that for everybody. So briefly, we won't know who's who for just a moment until we see if we can get this fixed here. This race has been kind of cursed for us this week.
Good blame Brad's internet.
You took my joke that I've been thinking about all week.
Hey, gotta be quick on the trigger.
I know. Good job. Buren Rodriguez battling for 5th. Shane Terrian sitting back there in the hunt for that same spot.
2nd and 3rd place battle it out. as Nicholas Limit goes on the inside.
Ooh, that was tight there.
Of Smith.
And meanwhile, Elwood's out there just going, yep, just keep on doing what y'all are doing. I'm just going to keep on pulling away.
I think this is his first race with us.
Yeah, I'm not for sure if he raced St. Pete or not, but I believe this is his first race in the USORL Truck Series.
Really the class of the field for them at the moment right now.
Yeah, he's definitely gapped himself over this. If he wasn't in the field, this would be a heck of a battle for the lead. As Badimlik looks underneath Smith for second. He'll take it with ease through 3 and 4. And way out there is Alan Elwood, our leader.
Just chilling, you know, just coasting.
3 wide behind this battle. Rodriguez, Mir, and Chapman almost made it 3 wide. Smith's starting to struggle a little bit as he moves to the top side, and this whole pack's going to slide underneath him going into 3.
Yeah, that whole group was of 4 or 5 cars just throwing haymakers at each other.
Using up every lane through the tri-oval. That's the beauty of this track. You got that progressive banking. You can use a lot of lanes here. Make your truck do different things. If it's not handling on the bottom, move up a lane. If it's not handling there, move up another lane. If it's still not handling, you're in the wall. Might want to park it at that point. Smith sliding back.
Yeah.
Badimlik's cleared this pack, but this pack is swarming back here. Chapman, Mir, Terrian, Smith, Rodriguez, Trowick, and Doe all in a bunch right here off turn 2. 3 wide at the back of it.
Yeah.
Long Doe gets a 2-for-1 going into 3.
But this is honestly really good racing by these guys here. Right, side-by-side action, you know, at some points looking almost 3 wide for a bit, but keeping it safe, keeping it clean, like really good racing out of this group of guys right here.
Looking at Huang Do in the office. I like how his helmet matches his gloves. That's good stuff. Look how steady he is on that wheel going into turn 3. A little bit of a bobble there. It's a little bumpy there going into turn 3 in the middle of 3 and 4, but
yeah. You always got to make sure your accessories always match your suit, you know?
True. Shout out to you, Dale, for actually getting the 67's actual paint scheme on track. I do appreciate that. Because for some reason, yeah, I don't know why mine didn't come over, but he is in a 67 Smithfield truck, so just wanted to give that shout out to Nicholas Badimlik. For some reason, that file did not transfer properly to my computer. So Dale's got the right scheme. It's the Eric Almirola Smithfield machine, but we're just gonna roll with a camping. We're just rolling with a Camping World 99 on my screen. So. So I'm guessing, Dale, if you drop back to, which truck was that I was wondering about? The 32. Who do you, what does he look like? Just out of curiosity.
The 32?
The 32. 21st place. Cole DeRoser. Let's see what let's see what his screen looks like. I'm showing him in this DeWalt. Okay, it's the 62 South Point Brendan Gaughan machine. I have a 23 DeWalt, so there we go. I don't know why, Matt. I don't know why your paints didn't work for this, but some of them are working, some of them aren't. Typical iRacing.
Yeah. Two
2x2 down to the tri-oval here. Trowick, Chapman, Rodriguez and Smith as we've got takers on the pit lane.
4 cars in.
That was multiple trucks in. Hey, now look at that. The 62 actually works now. That's the 62 of Michael Murata, excuse me. Several takers in on this lap. Joyce, Stafford, Ingram, Merzlak all in that lap. Like I said, we early part of this window here. This pack continues to go at it here. Right before a pit stop. Look at this.
Yep.
3 wide off 2. Kinsey on the bottom, Rodriguez in the middle, Trawick on the outside.
Stafford, Joyce, Merzlak, and Ingram all rejoined the field.
Davey Hazard, Cam Barnes in the pit lane this time by. There they are, leaving the pit lane now. There's your leader, Alan Elwood, as he comes off 2. We'll see if maybe he decides to make a pit stop this time by.
Didn't have much problems. He's got like what, a 5-second lead. Should be a fairly easy pit for him.
Stays out this time by. Badimlik in second, blinks out. He's back now. He stays out. Terrian's out. It stays out. About the top 15 or so still have not pitted as Sidnor and Poteet come off the pit lane now. He's got almost the entire length of the backstretch as a lead right now. Here comes Badimlik. Elwood in as well. Leaders are in. Mirror with them. Smith, Huang Do.
38 has to leave the race.
Like Nick Baker's in as well. DeRoser back there, he got it sideways coming in the pits. There's the new leader, Shane Terrian, down the backstretch. And 3 wide again off turn 2. Rodriguez, Chapman, Kinsey. I think they're setting up to come in this time. Here they come. And here comes the rest of the field. This should complete the cycle. Woo! Shane Terrian gets sideways coming in the pits.
Are they really close?
There's Henrietta Bordeaux. She comes in. That should hand the lead back over to Elwood as he comes out of the pits now. We'll see where he cycles through here. Those trucks on the outside. That is the battle for the second position. That's Stafford, Joyce, and Merzlak with great pit stops. They've worked themselves back up to eventually second, third, and fourth here.
Yep,
Elwood maintains the lead.
They went in as a group. They come out as a group.
But a lot of movement with this. We'll have a look at the breakdown here momentarily as the cycle finishes up here. Once everybody clears the pit lane, we'll do a top 10 summary here. Bronson Stafford has moved up 22 spots from his starting position in the 61 with a great pit stop. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Look at that in lap for Stafford. That'll do it.
I just got to do that for a couple more laps.
You wondered how he gained all that time. You're almost 10 or 11 seconds faster on your in lap. That'll help. All right, they've settled back out after this pit stop. What do you say, Dale? Let's bust some speakers. What do you say?
Yeah, sure, let's get loud.
Looking back from Davey Hazard at Luke Smith and Cam Barnes. This is back around 10th place now. A little bit further, Noah Joyce continuing to run that outside lane. Got Merzlak up underneath.
These guys right here just giving no quarter, no room.
But Demlick has worked his way back up to second. There he is. He's gotten by Stafford. Sidnor's moved up into fourth. Dylan Poteet, shout out to him. He's in fifth.
Merzlak, Joyce, and Mir right behind him.
Ingram and Smith round out the top 10.
Got a whole train of cars back there. Just trying to hunt down that leader.
Stafford drops it down to the apron, bringing Sidnor with him. Poteet, Merzlak in tow. Elwood, though, continues to just kind of toy with this field a little bit.
You got to my right side and it started pulling me up the track. My bad.
Just maintaining about a 2-second lead.
Poteet drops down to the grass through the tri-oval, trying to get by Stafford. That great in lap. Doesn't look like he has the greatest truck right at the moment to stay up there, but great job of getting the track position. Poteet looking outside.
Trying to work his way past these guys. Trying to make a move on Stafford.
Ooh, Merzlak catches the wall. Mears going to take advantage of that there in the 72. Merzlak going to take the high lane. Mir clears him. Hopefully I didn't damage that 90 too much. Joyce, Smith, side by side back here. Terrian on the bottom, almost in the grass at the start-finish line. Ooh, that got a little tight there going into one. Now I had to kind of funnel together to enter the corner. Getting dicey back in here.
Yeah, clear heads prevailed right there. It's like either we all reckon together or we all just single file and make our way through. As Trey Kinsley in the back of the field with 14 closes up on Noah Joyce and Blake Chadwick.
That's that battle back here. Tight single file formation going into one. Stafford is really starting to fall back here. He's lost a lot of ground to Sidnor as Mears all over him now. Terrian charging up. I don't think that 61's got as much pace as we might have thought there.
You win all she's got, Captain.
Mir going up high. Here comes Terrian looking to make it 3 wide off 2. It's a battle for 4th. Now it's devolved into a battle for 5th between Stafford and Terrian. Smith closing up, Poteet back there, and they're 3 wide through the tri-oval behind them. Kinsey's been on the bottom of a 3 wide quite a bit tonight so far.
Yeah, just trying to use as much of his tires as he can to use the bottom roof trying to get by.
Stafford and Terrian into the inside wall hard. Oh,
Oh, thank Christ. My strategy was not going to work out anyway.
Caution is out. First one of the night, lap 48. Elwood brings him around. Go back and take a look and see what happened there. Well, that's not supposed to be on there. I don't know where that's even coming from, guys. Let's get that off the screen. There we go. All right. I think Dale's got it queued up. Let's take a look, see what happened here. Coming off turn 2 and down the backstretch. Terrian and Stafford. Ooh, right into the left rear. Stafford was real lucky that he didn't get absolutely annihilated as he came back across the track there. To be the onboard from Shane Terrian. This is just like a, I'm not sure if this was a, I'm not sure, Dale. What do you see there? Was he just trying to get back in line, or was it just air? Oh, man. You see Davey Hazard there on the apron. Just about caught him. Woo. See if we can cue that up real quick. Yeah, let's see if we can see Davey real quick here. It's just sneaking through that. Again, we're doing this a little old school tonight, but it's working well so far. Hopefully our streak will continue. Here's Davey. The 92. Wreck's going to happen in front of him. They've already hit the inside wall. And, oh, he gets sideways and, whoa, right through the middle. So did Cam Barnes in the 77. So Elwood has pitted. That'll hand the lead over to Bedimlik. I apologize. I'm not for sure why it's stuttering this bad. Again, we've just been having, this has just been kind of a cursed race for some reason. And there's our answer as to how Bedimlik got the lead. 2 tires. Had a feeling that was probably what did it.
It's always helpful.
But we'll see if that is the right strategy or not here. Bedimlik, Elwood, front row. Luke Smith, Garrett Sidnor, row 2. Matt Muir, Huang Do, row 3. As the pace truck comes through turn 4, dives in the pit lane. And here we go. Restart zone. Green flag, back in the air, lap 50. Ooh, bunch up there on the bottom. Matt Muir didn't get a good start. Ingram to the bottom. Oh, look at this tight in turn 1. And around goes Kinsey. Ingram's going to go around at 2. Back in front of the track. Caution's out. Takes Chapman with him. You kind of had a feeling that was coming there, the way they kind of bunched up there on that restart behind Muir. It wasn't going to end well for anybody, I don't think. Down to turn 1, Ingram on the bottom, almost off the apron. Clips the back of Kinsey. Kinsey clips the back of him, and Ingram dales it into turn 2 here. Unfortunately, takes poor Chapman with him. This all started with on the front straightaway with Matt Muir kind of bunching up on the inside. I don't know if he missed a gear or spun the tires or what there, but coming through the tri-oval. Is this on board with Nick Baker? Okay, Nick Baker on board. See Ingram on the bottom there. There's the contact with Kinsey in the 51. And we had a rear view mirror we could see on Nick Baker. Ingram's truck just slid right behind him, yes. Here's Ingram in the pits.
That's a big front end hit.
Chapman got a big piece of that. Obviously, you saw Ingram with a lot of damage. There's those that are in the pit lane right now. Kinsey had a heck of a save there, but he must have gotten a little bit of front end damage clipping Ingram there. Even the pace truck wants to run on the apron here.
Even the pace truck's trying to fuel save?
It looks like it, yes, as he hops back up in front of the field as they double up. That was interesting. All right, we coming to 26 laps to go when they restart. Nicholas Bedimlik, Alan Elwood on the front row. Luke Smith, Garrett Sidnor, row 2. Matt Muir and Huang Do restart in row 3. Two Chevys, Toyota, Ford, and a Ram, top 5.
Hopefully they make it through turn 1 this time. Although commentators drinks.
Great job, Dale. We're going to be here all night now.
Man.
For those of you that just watched the O'Reilly Auto Parts race from Coronado, you'll understand why I said that. But Dimlick and Elwood bring him into the restart zone. We're back to racing at Kansas. That inside line once again didn't get a very good start as Poteet made it 3 wide on that restart and dove underneath Baker.
Not the best restart, but you know, they're safely through.
Oh, look at Bedimlik using both lanes like Talladega, trying to block everybody behind him. Big jam up here as they come off turn 4.
The field starts to spread out a bit.
Barnes, Trowick, and Joyce 3 wide down the backstretch. Poteet trying to join the party, so is Hazard. Oh, look at Poteet again. Ooh! Ran out of room there. He's going to push Trowick through the tri-oval. That's the first time we've seen Noah Joyce on the bottom all race. Oh, contact! Barnes!
Saves it.
What a save there. Might have caught the wall up too just a little bit. Gathering his breath here. As Luke Smith up front.
Inside.
He takes the lead from Bedimlik. Here comes Elwood. You know what? I think I'm going to follow the yellow brick road out of here and ask the wizard to give me a little bit better connection next time, because this is absolutely terrible. I apologize, everybody.
Smith inherits the lead in the, well, the ticker says for me a 39. And that 39 pedigree car or truck. I like saying car. I'm sorry. You don't get a car from me. You know, muscle memory. You know.
Oh, you're fine on that one. I see the pedigree 39. We're good there. Elwood closing the gap though.
Mm-hmm.
Mirror underneath Bodemlik. Sidnor closing up. And here comes Elwood for the lead on Smith.
Looking low, use a bit of that apron. Got a run, doesn't have it though. We got 2 cars in pit lane right now. Trapman, Tarian still in pits.
Sidnor and Mir side by side for 4th. Rodriguez closing up in the Juicy Fruit machine. Merzlak back there as well. Back through 7th.
Using every bit of that track right there, just using the apron to get just that little bit of extra speed, that point, 1 to 0.5 miles per hour, keeping the car keeping the truck a little bit straighter through that tri-oval section.
Sidnor and Rodriguez side by side. He had to kind of run the entire tri-oval and entering turn 1 on the bottom there, so he kind of had to bound up there on the bottom in that 50 truck. Take a look at the telemetry out of the 50. Yeah, he's having to pinch it so bad, running the bottom basically all the way around the track, not able to get that run off the corner like he'd want to.
Not having fun right there at that section at all.
The Dimlick battling Muir up in front of him. Rodriguez way up the track in 1, but he still gets a run off the corner and keeps Sidnor pinched down on the bottom. I think Sidnor's finally like, you know what? I'm just going to let you have it.
Let's go by. I can't keep.
Never mind. He's going to clear him on 4 now. And now he's going to run on Muir. Is he going to stay on the bottom still? He's side by side. Entering 1. Nope. Here comes Rodriguez back to the outside of him now. And they're all closing up on Bodemlik.
As Smith and Elwood battle it out up front.
Ooh, Rodriguez caught the wall a little bit off of 2, bunched everybody up for a moment. Muir goes up way up high in turn 3. That's going to let Sidnor get around.
And Muir makes his way up to 5th place right now.
Quick check up front. There's Smith. Elwood just behind. Elwood using the high lane, trying to close up on that 39 pedigree machine. Toyota versus Chevy. Elwood is closing the gap.
It's reeling him in, slowly but surely.
And here he comes, looking to the bottom. Caught him quicker than I thought he would as I brought the screen up.
It falls in right beside him or behind him on the backstretch.
Ooh, man, right on the bumper.
Close. That is close.
He's trying to get a side draft a little bit there.
Just want to give him a little kiss and say hello, you know.
Elwood's going to get the run off of 2. And he clears Smith down the backstretch. What a move.
And what a run.
This race is flying by as well, coming to 11 laps to go here at Kansas. Did you fall? After I said that?
my watch caught my mic.
Oh, okay. He was in such shock, folks, that we're only got 11 laps left, and he fainted for a moment. Oh, this pack back here is a wreck waiting to happen. 3 wide off turn 2. Sidnor, Trowick, and Doe. And Badimlik somehow just kind of keeping this pack at bay for the moment.
Holding off, trying to assure that top 3 finish.
10 laps left.
Kwang Do made his way back up. Started top 3, dropped down a bit. At one point was 11th. Right now, running top 5, trying to make his way back up there to that podium position.
He looks underneath Sidnor. Battle for 4th.
Uses that bit of that apron. Should be side by side as they enter the corner. Does not have it though.
You can get such momentum there off the top side, off these corners. You're not missing anything up front. Elwood has a half a second lead over Luke Smith, and Smith is about a second and 2/3 ahead of Badimlik right here. So this is the battle on the track right here that matters.
So you got 8 to go right now.
3 wide through 1. Pote, Doug Denice, I haven't mentioned him all night. Oh, and they almost make contact off 2. Joyce goes way up high to make sure he stays out of it.
Everybody's tapping that wall off the exit too.
And we saw several trucks that time do it.
The apron on that front stretch gives you a little bit more wiggle room to drop down instead of letting the car drift out wide coming off the corner.
You can see how much Alan Elwood has been stinking up this show tonight. 52 laps led from the pole. Luke Smith, Nicholas Badimlik, and Shane Terrian, your other leaders for the night.
He's going for the Grand Slam. Pole, most laps led, and the race win. Thank goodness they don't give points for fastest lap.
I don't even know who's got that right now. Well, here's the fastest best laps. Luke Smith would have it right now. Coming to 5 laps left. Alan Elwood. We believe this is his first USORL Truck Series start. I don't have my chat up, so I don't know if anybody has said anything in the chat to confirm that or not. But I do know he signed up in the last couple weeks. I don't know if he ran at St. Pete or not a couple weeks ago.
If this is his first race, it is a dominant debut.
Absolutely. And again, Truck bounces off the wall off two. It was Rodriguez this time, and here comes Merzlak to take advantage of it. That's 7th. Merzlak could not complete the pass back there. They're still side by side to the tri-oval as we're 4 to go at Kansas. Three laps left for Alan Elwood. It's nice to see that kind of gap behind you at one of these tracks, especially in this series. I mean, we've had a lot of close finishes. There's not really been a lot of runaways in this series, really ever. There's always been a battle to the finish for the most part. But he's putting on a clinic here tonight, almost a second lead over Luke Smith as they come to 2 to go.
9.4 or, well, 0.94.
Put the decimal point in the wrong spot, did you, Dale?
Hey, look, I have an arts degree, not a math degree.
Here, that decimal point is right there. Sidnor, Trowick, they're all trying to chase down Bedemlik for 3rd. Just trying to get what they can right now. Basically battling for table scraps back here.
Longo about to join that fight right there in 6th place, and behind them, Merzlak solo by himself for a bit, but Denise Rodriguez and Murr right there behind him as well.
White flag for Alan Elwood. The SWM machine, number 9, in his possible debut in the Truck Series. And showing them how it's done here tonight. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. And here he comes to the line. Alan Elwood is your winner of the Brad's Internet 120 at Kansas. Battle across the line back there between Sidnor and Doe. But this is the truck right here that just stuck it to him here tonight. Great run for him tonight. Good job.
Good job. Like I said, grand slam.
And again, we apologize that we weren't able to show this one live Tuesday night, but hey, we at least we got it in the books anyway for you on YouTube anyway. And again, we apologize for why it's stuttering all of a sudden too, because we had no problems at all before we went live. Go figure. Just typical Fast 29 technology as Alan Elwood burns it down on the front straightaway at Kansas. Barney's like, I'm over here with the flag. I'm just going to drive away.
Doesn't matter how you get the flag, as long as you get the flag.
That's exactly right. All right, let's take a look at the unofficial results from this one here tonight. Alan Elwood, your winner, 58 laps led. Luke Smith, 2nd and 3rd behind. Nicholas Bedemlik in 3rd. Blake Trowick, Garrett Sidnor round out your top 5. Huang Do, Stephen Merzlak, Doug Denice, Matt Muir, and Matthew Rodriguez, your top 10. Entertaining race for the most part.
Yeah.
And there were two
cautions.
Two cautions, yeah. Yes.
Technically 1, because 1 came at a restart from the previous caution.
Just extended that caution a little bit. Darren wasn't ready to go back racing yet. That's what it was.
No.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning into this kind of abridged version of the USORL Truck Series on Fast 29. We will be off this upcoming week. I'll be out of town, actually at the track that they will be racing at Michigan. So that'll be interesting. I won't be anywhere near the track on this week, but it's kind of cool. I'll be in the same state that they'll be racing in. So that's kind of fun. But we will be back in 2 weeks. And remind me, Dale, what race is that? Because I cannot remember. You don't have it pulled up, do you?
Let me give me a second.
I'm
Let me
looking
see if I can
too.
pull it up for you.
I can't remember. I do have I tell you what, let's do it this way. It's not entirely accurate, but we'll roll with it. It is the upcoming broadcast. There it is. Lime Rock was a couple nights ago. Martinsville on June the 30th. That's where we're at. That is the cutoff race.
And after that, coming back from Thanksgiving, heading to Darlington.
Thanksgiving.
Well, Thanksgiving.
I have a lot of family events that I'm dealing with right now. Okay, I have like family plans that have taken up my head. So right after the 4th of July holiday, we'll be at Darlington.
Wow.
Look, I saw the date and I was like, dang, I might not be here because of family stuff. And all the family stuff popped in my head.
That's right, yeah. And then we got Cup Series starting up July 9th, Daytona. Week after 4th of July, that'll be always entertaining. And then we go Chicagoland, Echo Park for Cup, Nashville for the trucks, Phoenix for Cup, Talladega trucks, and Las Vegas for Cup over the next month. Looking forward to all of those coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a look and see if we've got... Oh, wait, I had to close that out because of the issues we were having. So we will have updated championship standings when we start up in 2 weeks after Michigan. We may even post something after I get back with the updated championship standings because obviously you guys will want to know who's on the bubble going into Martinsville, where your favorite driver is in the standings going into that one. Alan Elwood will have to check if he is going to run the rest of the series. I don't know if he is, with this win, if he is going to be eligible or not, so we'll confirm that as well for that next broadcast on the 30th from Martinsville. So from all of us here at Fast 29, for Dale Barham, Jamie Zalecki, wherever you are up in Michigan, I am Chris Pickett. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on this kind of abridged but fun tape-delayed race from Kansas. We will see you in 2 weeks, well, actually about a week and a half, from Martinsville on June 30th. So long for now. God bless you. We'll see you later.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.